summertime, the heat's over, I don't remember how many days over 100 degrees, but the heat wears on the cars. You know, if there's something's going to break, it's going to break when it's hot in the heat.
So you're getting the extremes in temperature, and you're getting stop and go driving, which is very tough on an engine oil and an engine.
Per day, I probably put on about 200, between 160 to 200 miles per day.
Technically, you're going pretty much always stop and go, and on the weekends, more stop than go. Yeah, there's a lot of just wait time. You're waiting in traffic. You're stuck at a light for 3-4 light cycles. Yeah.
Driving in a taxi cab usually involves heavy idle time, which can be difficult on an oil. And the stop and go driving means that your engine is heating up to some fairly high temperatures and putting added pressure on the oil to protect at those higher temperatures.
Cabs are usually on the road anywhere from 12 to 24 hours a day.
A different shift will start at 3 o'clock in the morning and run till 3 in the afternoon, and 3 in the afternoon to 3 in the morning, and the car never shuts off. It just runs 24 hours a day.
Now this is an overhead cam engine, which is typical of a lot of engines today. This runs a little bit differently. It has a very high tension timing chain, which has shown no sign of stretching at all after the last year and a half. It's very, very tight, very, very good shape.
It's hard to believe that this is taxi service, right?
I don't know how many
50,000-mile drain intervals. It's amazing,
50,000
isn't it?
miles. Yes.
After 116,000 miles of service.
That's the mileage.
Yeah.
It's very clean, very minute.
It doesn't even look like it's been run.
No, it's if it wasn't for the little bit of discoloration there, it would almost be the same as a new bearing. Again, on your bearings, 10 being absence of any kind of distress, this bearing will rate in the high 9s.
How about the main bearings?
Here's a bearing right here, just at random. I picked one up.
Oh,
They all kind of look the same.
The part numbers that were embossed on the bottom are still in the bottom.
Yeah.
It didn't even wear the original marking from the factory off.
Yeah, I can see here I got
14.
14.
There's a 33, just like that one.
And if you look at them,
exactly the same.
Yeah.
The numbers even show up.
So there's no wear whatsoever.
No.
I mean,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
This is after 116,000 miles.
It's like brand new.
I mean, I'm amazed because the engine's pristine and it's gone almost 120,000 miles in this type of service, and I'm just absolutely amazed at the cleanliness at this point.
Yeah. This engine doesn't have cam bearings, so this camshaft rides right on the block, which means it's depending on the oil film to keep this from wearing out. Right. And if this was going to wear out, the cam would start to rattle around, and you'd really have some catastrophic failure.
And that's another property that we're always concerned about is good oil circulation, good oil flow, and if we can maintain that good oil flow, we know we're going to protect the top end, the end of the engine.
So Mobil 1 clearly
has done the job.
Done the job and continues to do the job. I mean, we stopped this test at 116,000 miles.
Yeah, Garland, what do you think if we put this engine back together? How long do you think it'll run? Think it would run
well,
long?
The way it looks now, you ain't got no problem going another 120,000. The way I see it.
What we were testing in this engine is a leading conventional non-synthetic 5W30 in Las Vegas taxi service, which is, as we know, is the most extreme, severe service known.
Wow.
This is quite a mess.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of deposits around the camshafts, even down here in the valley.
Right, you can see the varnish, quite heavy varnish, but also there's a tremendous amount of sludge that's been built up onto the critical parts of the top deck, and even onto the camshafts. As you know, the heavy deposits will inhibit heat transfer and lubrication capability, and it won't be much longer before
you start to block some of the oil drain back holes. You start to cut off circulation. This is not a total surprise to us. We would expect that if you run a conventional oil, you're going to see this kind of deposit formation, right?
Very definitely. This is not as bad as it can get, but it's on its way.
Yeah.
It won't be too much longer before this engine fails.
We've went from a conventional oil to a synthetic.
When they started putting Mobil 1 oil in these taxis, I noticed a difference right away. They didn't even say anything about how they switched over. I just recognized the difference in the car.
Our waste obviously reduced by half because now we change the oil half as much as we used to. Our gas mileage went up 2.7 miles per gallon. So that's a significant difference since we use 1,300 gallons a day.
I've noticed a change, yes I have. Yeah, it seems like we're spending just a few dollars less a day, and a few dollars a day can make a big difference over the weekly and the yearly out of your pocket.
And we figured last year it probably saved us over $300,000.
Actually, I run Mobil 1 in mine. I run synthetic oil in my truck at home.
I specify Mobil 1 oil every single time.
So I figured if it's good enough for my taxi fleet, it's good enough for my personal cars.